Hey guys, I'm back again with another video. I tried to make this video, but it got frozen in the middle of uploading. And plus, it was almost done uploading too. So that was sad. So now I have to make an entirely new video. Still recording on a broken phone screen, so don't mind if it changes the brightness randomly or zooms in and out randomly. And it is confirmed that I am getting a new phone during summer.
No, it is not. Who said that? Not that.
So first up is the honorable mention, because this enemy is only used in one level, and that is Fishbone. So the original name for Fishbone is Tiki Buzz. Yeah, Paratroopa and Fishbone is Tiki Buzz. But this one's only used for one level. So you place a fishbone in a track, and you put the fishbone on the track. And it swims left and right or up and down, depending on how you place the track. And you can kill it with a cape feather. I never really tried to kill it with a shelmet before, so I'm gonna try that. Yep, you can kill it with a shelmet. So, yeah. I had to pause the video there for a second. It's because my brother's watching SML and they cuss. And you guys know that if there's cussing in my videos, then I'll get into serious trouble. Alright. Now let's really get started with column 3. So, change it to airship theme. Hold on, let me add a little bit more of some wall here. There we go. First up is Koopa Troopa. The original name for Koopa Troopa is Tiki Goon. And all green Koopas do is just walk forward and they fall off ledges. Like Galoombas. Yeah, don't mind all that in the background. That's just SML. And if they cuss, then I'm getting into trouble. Next up is Bullseye Bill. The original name is Tiki Seeker. And basically what they do is they shoot out a bullet bill. Like Bullet Bill. Except the bullet bills are red. And when it's red, that means they follow you around for a while. But after a while, they'll just kind of stop following you for no reason. It's kind of weird. So basically, it's like a Blaster Mecha Koopa, except the missile doesn't explode. It just stops following you. Hold on, we gotta get that music. That meme music that I heard before. Where'd it go? We gotta get that meme music that I heard on an SMG4 video before. So yeah, that's Bullseye Bill. So this is a bullet bill. This is Bullseye Bill. Don't get confused. Alright, next up is Spiny. There you are. So they act like Galoombas and Green Koopas and Buzzy Beetles. They walk forward and they fall off ledges. And they kind of act like Buzzy Beetles. They have like a protection shell. Like Buzzy Beetle shells are supposed to be tough. Like, try killing a Buzzy Beetle with a fireball. It won't work. So what does the Spiny have? Spikes on their shell. But you can spin jump on them, so what's the point? They cannot be killed with a Shelmet, but they can be killed by spinning them and then spin jumping on them. Because if you try to jump, they'll just spin around. The original name is Tiki Tank. Next up is Pokey. So to make a Pokey, you place down a Pokey. That's only 2 blocks tall. The reason why I make Pokeys 2 blocks tall is because the original enemy in the game is also 2 blocks tall. And the original name is Tiki Torch. So they act like red Koopas. They walk slowly and they don't fall off edges. And when I mean Pokeys walk slowly, I mean they walk slowly. Look at this. They walk super slow. You can spin jump on them. You can't kill them with a Shelmet. Actually, can you? Yep, you can't. Because they're invincible to that. But you could kill them with a cape spin. So far, they only appeared in like 2 or 3 levels, I think. Next up is Giant Paratroopa. Guess how you make this enemy? You place down a red Koopa, make it big, and give it wings. Say it with me, everyone. Big. And they act like a normal paratrooper, except they're big. My brother's trying to play soccer with plushies. And he kind of knocked the lamp over. Next up is Tracked Munchers. Oh, by the way, the original name for Giant Paratroopa is Tiki Tork. Tiki Torch, Tiki Tork. Do you see the difference between those 2 names? So to make Tracked Munchers. Oh, I don't know how you make Tracked Munchers. It's totally not like this or anything. Yeah, you place down a track and you put Munchers on it. And they can be small or big. There's also a medium size in Donkey Kong Country Returns, but we can't make enemies medium sized in Mario Maker 2. So, yeah, there's that. They can be knocked off the track, but they can't be killed. And make sure to place the track first. Because if you place the Muncher first and then try to put the track over it. Yeah. It does that. Next up is Loose Chain Chomp. It's exactly what it sounds like. You place down a Loose Chain Chomp. And they bounce around and they're just ready to bite someone. Kind of like Chihuahuas. They're so aggressive and they're just ready to bite someone. I'm sorry to all those people watching that owns a Chihuahua. The original name for Tracked Munchers is Tiki Zing. And the original name for Loose Chain Chomp is Toothberry. Like, do you hear me? Toothberry. I sound like a crazy person. Next up is Lava Bubble Train. So basically what you do is you make a rectangle out of tracks, and then you place 4 big lava bubbles. And make sure they're all right next to each other, because we don't want them to get separated. And then you place them on the tracks. And when you place them on the tracks, they will go in a rectangle, in a train. You can kill them with a helmet. In the original game, you couldn't actually kill the enemies. Like, they're literally invincible. The original name for Lava Bubble Train is Ultra Char-Char. Now, let me guys show you something. Let me show you guys something. So, this is the most recent level I made. It's the boss level for World 3. Spoilers. Do you see what the boss is writing? Yeah, this guy is an enemy. Now back to Course Maker. Yeah, for some reason, Nintendo classified Koopa clown cars as enemies when they're really more of a power-up. So if you leave it alone, they just do nothing. And that's it. But you can ride them. And can bounce things that are also in clown cars. And there's even a fire version, which is also featured for the boss level in World 3. You know, for phase 2 of the boss fight. So if an enemy takes control of a clown car, they will just try to bounce into you. Yeah, the Koopa clown car itself doesn't actually do damage. Unless if an enemy lands in a fire clown car, they can shoot fireballs. See, watch. Also, charging up for the fire clown car is like one of the most annoying sound effects ever. Especially in the SMB6 style. Alright, so we're gonna turn up the volume all the way. Alright, are you guys ready to hear this annoying sound? Here we go. Cover your ears, especially if you're wearing headphones. This sound is so annoying. Yeah, they need to fix that in Mario Maker 3. Because sometimes the sound just gets so annoying. The original name for them is Wigglevine. And guess what? Wigglevines are like a gimmick of one level in Donkey Kong Country Returns. And they assist you while they're also an enemy. Because like the propellers on their head can hurt you. Next up is the Aqua Flying Muncher. The red version. So this is how you make it. You place down a pipe that's red because red pipe spawns things the fastest. Place a muncher, make it big, give it wings, put it in the pipe. There, you have a red Aqua Flying Muncher. The difference between the red and blue one is that the red one spawns faster. And the blue one spawns slower. Just like in the real game. The original name for red aqua flying munchers is yellow snaggles. I have no idea how I lost my Chomp. Probably because of muncher hitboxes. Yeah, if you play this game, you would know how awful the muncher hitboxes are in this game. They're just so big and annoying. See, look at that. Yeah, the original name is Yellow Snaggles. So in the original game, the regular Snaggle spawns slower, but the yellow one spawns faster. And now all these enemies are just bosses. 3 of these have already been made. But the rest of them, no, they're not even close to being in production. So I'm sorry for all the boss level spoilers. First up, we have Larry Koopa. He's the boss of World 1, and he's the one that's responsible for sending enemies to cut down all the trees in the jungle grasslands, to turn them into new enemies, I guess. Because I had no lore ideas for World 1. Now, these next 3 bosses are going to be classified as one boss level in the game, because Nintendo just decided, yeah, let's put 3 boss Tikis in one boss level. The first of the bunch, we have Boom Boom. So take a mini Boom Boom and then make it big. That's the boss. He literally acts the same as a mini Boom Boom. Like, literally the same. Except he's big. Yeah, he's one of the bosses of World 2. And one of the people responsible for sinking the pier down underwater. The second of the group is Bowser Jr. Originally, I was going to give him wings so that he can throw hammers. But, like, the boss fight is underwater. So, yeah, the hammers would be, like, super easy to avoid. So, Bowser Jr. just spits fireballs. He ground pounds. He jumps. And that's basically all he does. And finally, the third boss of World 2 is Roy Koopa. Roy is one of the most broken bosses in the game. Yeah, I would say he would take second place for being the second most broken boss in the game. First place goes to Meowser and third place goes to Bowser. Because, like, Bowser can spawn from way too far away. So basically all Roy does, he shoots magic projectiles, he digs in the ground, comes out from a spot, and that's basically it. And if he digs out from the ceiling, he will jump out and then ground pound. So there's actually a mistake that I found on my boss level for World 2. Roy can spawn in the in the pathway that leads you to phase 2 of the fight, where all 3 bosses stack up together and they all attack you at once. Except Boom Boom, he's just kind of chilling in the middle. Like, he literally does nothing in the stack. Unless if you hit Bowser Jr. or if you hit Boom Boom. So yeah, he can spawn in the pathway that leads to phase 2. And I did not want for that to happen. And guess what? I can't control that. Because Roy's just broken. Alright, here's the boss from World 3. His name is Lemmy Koopa. Let's put him in the clown car. Oh, by the way, did I mention that the only boss that doesn't have a phase 2 so far is Larry? Because, I mean, he's the first boss in the game. Like, why would he have a phase 2? So basically all Lemmy does is that he rides in his clown car, shoots balls at you, trying to push you into bombs that are ready to explode on your head. And then this is phase 2 for Lemmy. You give him wings. You give him the fire clown car. That way he can slightly fly faster. And he can shoot a fireball. And I'm telling you this right now. When I played the boss level, the fireball only got me like 1 time. Because the fireball is just that easy to avoid. Oh, I forgot. Here's what phase 2 of the World 2 boss fight looks like. You put Bowser Jr. on the bottom, Boom Boom in the middle, and then Roy on the top because he's the leader. Yep, that's phase 2. They will all attack you at once, except Boom Boom. So what I like to do is that I take out Bowser Jr. first, and then Boom Boom, because he's easy, and then Roy. Alright, from this point, spoilers for all the bosses. And I haven't came up with ideas for them yet either. So this is Wendy Koopa. And Wendy's Super Mario World sprite looks terrible. Like, do you not see how ugly this looks? She's going to be the boss of World 4, aka the Cave Mines. And she's going to be the one responsible for sending all the mining moles to mine out all the precious gems that the Mushroom Kingdom wants to keep secret, I guess. Because, I mean, they want to keep those diamonds hidden. All she does is just shoots rings at you. Next up is Iggy, the boss of World 5. He's going to be the one responsible for flooding the forest. Because, I mean, the water is stuck in the forest theme for some reason. Like, hello, Nintendo. But I guess one good thing that we got out of that is some lore. Oh, I forgot about Lemmy. Lemmy's going to be the one responsible for drying out all the water in the desert ruins. So in my opinion, Iggy's like the easiest Koopling to defeat in Mario Maker 2. Because he literally has no gimmicks. All he does is just walk back and forth. But he can also debate you. Which is why I get killed by Iggy a lot. Unlike the rest of his siblings, his magic projectiles are faster. And Iggy's Super Mario World sprite also looks ugly. Like, can you call these eyes? There we go. Can you call these eyes? This is Morton Koopa Jr., aka my least favorite Koopling out of them all. So all Morton does is he jumps up in the air, ground pounds, and when he ground pounds, 2 fireballs come from the left and right. And occasionally he will also shoot magic projectiles. Also, funny thing about his magic projectiles. In New Super Mario Bros. Wii, his magic projectiles were pink, but now they're yellow. That makes sense. And Morton's going to be the one responsible for killing all the people that were trying to climb the snowy mountains. You'll see what I mean when we get into World 6. Because World 6 has some crazy levels. And now the final Koopling, Ludwig von Koopa. And yes, it's pronounced Ludwig, not Ludwig. If you think it's pronounced Ludwig, then there's just something wrong with you. So yeah, it's Ludwig, everyone. Ludwig. I don't care what you say. It's Ludwig. Always. So yeah, he's my favorite Koopling. Because he has like the... Bro, Ludwig always has the best gimmicks out of them all. So basically, he jumps up in the air and basically flutters in the air like Yoshi. And his magic projectiles will split into 3. But on his last phase, they will split into 5. He's going to be the one responsible for kicking out all the factory workers in the factory. And the reason why he kicks out all the workers in the factory is because he wants to make dangerous robots such as Mecha Koopas and Babons so that he can kill Mario and his friends. You know, why is Mario and his friends even going inside of a factory anyway? Also, there's no factory theme, so the closest theme I could find to a factory was the Ghost House theme. Yeah, I just said that. And this is going to be the final boss. Major spoilers. But also not a big surprise. It's Bowser. He's obviously going to be the boss of World 8. And he just does stuff. I just killed him with a cape spin. So yeah, Bowser's going to be the one responsible for capturing Princess Peach. And for making all the Koopalings do all that stuff. So yeah, he's the final boss. Also, the original names for all of these bosses in Donkey Kong Country Returns. Here we go. Larry Koopa is Mugly. Boom Boom, Bowser Jr., and Roy Koopa is the Scurvy Crew. Lemmy Koopa is Stu. Wendy Koopa is Mole Miner Max. Iggy Koopa is Mangoruby. Morton Koopa Jr. is Thugly. Ludwig von Koopa is Colonel Pluck. And then Bowser is Tiki Tong. Also, all those boss names that I controlled besides Tiki Tong, they're being controlled by Tikis. And the Tiki's names is Kalimba, Maraca Tikis, Gong-oh, Banjo Bottom, Wacky Pipes, Xylobone, and Accordion. So that's all the enemies. Anyway, I gotta make a level, and this video is getting way too long. So I'll see you guys, like, I don't know when. Oh, by the way, this video might get done uploading at like in the middle of like 1 a.m. or something. So I'm telling you guys right now, at the time of me getting ready to stop this video, it is currently 9 p.m. Bye.